of all, it's crazy. Every single interview she does is dogging me, which is weird. I'm like, I haven't even been doing no interviews about them. Honestly, I haven't had time.
Marlo. Yep, you again. You keep getting reminded of what you did 20 plus years ago because 20 plus years later, you're still that same person. You're still sending that ratchet, raggedy ass representative to film and to be the aggressor, to be the antagonizer, to be that bitch. Y'all come on back and let's have these heavy conversations because what? It's time to dig up in Marlo's ass. Let's go ahead and get started, guys. But before we do, I drop videos anywhere between Sunday and Thursday. Rants, reviews, men's plus size fashion, motivational, whatever. Hell, whatever comes to my mind. But be sure to hit that notification button so you know exactly when I do drop new videos. Man, y'all have really been so amazing. I'm at 700 subscribers. Thank you for coming along for the journey. Baby, let's go ahead and let's just break down this past episode from Sunday. I'm calling today Talk Shit Tuesday because I'm about to talk mad shit about Marlo and the people that are amplifying her foolishness. We are starting the episode off with a flashback of the culmination of the friendship of Kandi and Busted Peach Marlo. We go through a myriad of years of how they've known each other. And I did just want to say that, in the flashback, production is showing Kandi praising, well, not praising, but showing a softer side of acceptance towards Marlo. I do want to say that, two things can be true at one time. However, during time, those two things can change. What I don't like is this game that production is playing. It kind of worked in Kandi's favor, but then they were trying to, in my opinion, play it to work against Kandi. At the time, we're going through 17, 18, 19, 20, 20, whatever those times frames were, that's the past. Kandi said those things because that's how she felt then. However, how she feels now is that Marlo ain't shit because Marlo is showing she ain't shit. Oh, that was a little harsh. Oh, well, that's what she's shown. So two things can be true at that time. That's how Kandi felt about Marlo. But now she don't like it because Marlo is a fake ass woman. She's trash. Marlo is a dangerous woman because your friendship is only beneficial to her when it's beneficial to her. And she's a tag along. She's a plus one. It's disgusting. So we get to the point in the unseen footage where Kandi and Marlo are having this conversation when Riley is packing to go to school to NYC. You hear Marlo say, "Oh, Kandi Yams, you're this, you're that. You're the only one who sends cash apps. You're the only one who responds to messages. You're the only one. You're the only one. You're the only one." But yet here we are now. Marlo is saying Kandi is selfish. She doesn't want to help anyone. She only wants to promote her businesses. She only does this. She's a pro. So if we want to, in hindsight, say what Kandi had to say about Marlo years ago, why are we also putting Marlo under the same microscope when she was saying how helpful and how friendly Kandi was, but she was only helpful to Marlo when she was doing something for Marlo? What kind of friendship is that one-sided shit where, oh, you're singing my praises now because I'm doing things for you? We're going to talk about that a little later on. So we're looking at this unaired footage where, they're having this conversation about what happened to Marlo's nephew, which is completely disgusting to be exploiting. I'll talk about that later. Clearly, production did not want this scene to show when it was recorded in 2020. They didn't want it. It was on the what they call it, the cutting floor. It was cut out. It was cut out. It was edited out. It was irrelevant. It was void. They didn't think it would actually do anything. It's funny now that they are so in desperation of trying to find that moment to get Kandi activated, as Carlos King says, that they went and pulled this bush up and are now showing it in a flashback. However, I think it worked in Kandi's favor because it shows everything Marlo has said has been a lie, which we already knew. Marlo, she didn't do this. Kandi was cold. She was dismissive. Kandi tries to embrace you with a hug. I'm so sorry to hear that. I felt these things because I have experienced these same situations of death. Like, Marlo, you are so demented and warped in thinking that the lies you tell constantly, you can't keep up with them. You can't keep up with them because you tell them so much. Girl, go to hell. All right, let's move on over to Marlo. So Marlo is having lunch, dinner, breakfast, brunch, whatever with her friends and the managers. What are y'all managing? What does Marlo do other than be a Hate Nasby? Marlo is sitting down with her friends and they're talking about dating. What rich white man she trying to swindle money out of now? Anyway, that didn't last long because, Marlo doesn't want to talk about what she has going on that may actually shed some light on why she's actually on the show, other than to talk about Kandi, because God forbid Marlo share what's going on with her. She brings up Drew and being upset with Drew, that Drew actually was a friend to Kandi and to Kenya and provided them with the information of the ugly way that Marlo introduced something that did not take place while filming. You caught what I'm saying? Because it did, typically, what they don't do, they don't really visit stuff unless it's real juicy. So, again, Marlo has said she's going to make Kandi work for that big chick because Marlo is jealous. Marlo wants to be on the level of Kandi because Kandi is top dog. Y'all can think whatever you think, those that don't believe that, but Kandi is the highest paid. Kandi is the longest franchise housewife of any of the branches, any franchises. 14 seasons, regardless of what you think or how you feel. Truth is truth. Well, Marlo is upset because, again, Drew, she feels is taking back the information incorrectly because, again, in her warped mind, it didn't happen the way that it happened. Actually, Drew was standing over her and yelling and fussing at her.
What?
Girl, what? Ooh, Marlo, you don't need a life coach. You need a therapist. You need a court-mandated therapist at least 2 hours, 3 times a week. You're a crazy bitch. Now, what is happening is that Marlo's friends, if that's what we want to call them, well, they're being friends, right? But they're not being real friends because you can't tell me that you don't know your friend. When your friend is telling you something and gaslighting you, I know good and goddamn well you look sometimes and say, girl, I know this girl is my heart. Oh, but okay. Or you're me. Now, girl, wait a minute. Now, you know that ain't how that happened because y'all have now introduced and invited yourselves into this situation and potential meetings, engagements, whatever interactions with Kandi and the gang, based off of what Marlo has lied to you about. And you've added your input off of lies. So I know now when y'all look at this, y'all are looking like this BITCH to put us in this mess and she done lied about everything because y'all putting y'all stank on what she's saying based off of what she said. Well, yeah, maybe that's because this and they were just triggers and this and this. You didn't have Marlo didn't have the cousin come on act like she was fake crying. Why would you reintroduce trauma to your family, friends, and loved ones by exploiting your nephew's unaliving? Girl, you are a trash person. And there's a special place in HELL for the type of BITCH you are. And you're going with gasoline draws on. Poof! They say you already got a hot box, allegedly. Anyway, so in that conversation, guess who else comes up, y'all? Come on in, let's have this heavy conversation. Kandi. Whoa. Where would Marlo be without discussing Kandi? So she brings up Kandi. She starts talking about how Kandi is not being held accountable. That's one of Marlo's, I don't care what it is. That is Marlo's overarching issue with Kandi, is that she feels Kandi has skated these years as if those years that she wasn't a tag along or the year that she got fired and wasn't allowed back on the franchise, that you weren't stalking and watching and seeing everything that Kandi has given. And that's why I agree with some people with saying that Kandi, your time is done. And that's not to be negative because I'm a huge Kandi supporter. Your story has come full circle. Yes, there are more great things that you can do, will do, and will help others do. However, girlfriend, you are better than this show. And people may think that's offensive. You don't need it. You didn't need it when you got on. However, it has been extremely beneficial to be a part of because it's brought you businesses, additional businesses. You met the man of your dreams, we hope. You have beautiful children outside of Riley and a bonus daughter. Like, this is hopefully everything that you have been able to fulfill has been fulfilled. Kandi, step back so somebody else can step up. It is a brand new day in Atlanta. There are new types of housewives, girlfriends. Hell, even bring in some lesbians or something. Bring in something that's going to shake it up. Or better yet, I've said this before, end all the franchises. It is just too predictable at this point. Quit adding additional franchises with the same format. These women have figured out, I'm not going to show my private life publicly. I'm going to show you what I want you to show, and I will provide you details on what I want to provide details on. Whereas in most of the franchises, before they learned the formula about watching and getting information from other housewives, they were more open. They were honest. They really wanted to show what it looked like to live behind the gate. That's what Housewives was supposed to be about, showing the wealthy, the affluent, the up and coming, the upper echelon, I think I said that correctly, those who live behind the gate of a community that you can only potentially dream of until you become wealthy or hood rich. Now it's just like girls that's doing everyday things that live in the neighborhood where my parents live. I don't aspire to do that because I'm already there. Well, I ain't, my parents are, child. Girl, let me quit lying. I do aspire to be there. Lord, I was just playing, Lord. I do aspire to be where my parents are. However, like, girl, cancel the franchise and just focus on Ultimate Girls Trip. Marlo then has the audacity to say that she's going to make sure that Kandi works because Kandi can't just use this platform to promote her businesses. Did this business say she can't use? Girl, who are you? Marla, lean in so I can have this heavy conversation. Marla, who the hell are you? You're a person with no viable businesses. That's who you are. You're a person with no storyline other than Kandi. If Kandi did not come back next season, what the hell you gonna talk about? Your nephews again? You're gonna talk about how, oh Lord, this is gonna be ugly. You're gonna talk about, you're gonna bring your mama back on with no teeth? How dare you exploit your mama by bringing her on national TV with no damn teeth? How you that fabulous? And you didn't say, Mama, girl, go put your teeth in your mouth before. Girl, I will be there. And Mama, get on FaceTime. Mama, girl, where are you? Girl, put your goddamn teeth in your mouth. How dare you exploit your mother that way? She didn't look too mad to me, Kandi. Oh my God, Kandi. Hater. Watch this clip where Marlo is saying the total opposite about what a person should be doing when they have businesses and on this platform.
You can't pick and choose and just use this platform for goddamn advertisement for your businesses.
We're all thirsty.
We're all
Anyone in
thirsty.
any kind of, I even
You should
say,
have that hustle. We should support each other. And like you said, when you're on this platform, hustle. You're on this platform, open as many businesses as you can. And that's
Right.
just how it should be. You shouldn't try and knock it down. You should always be trying to uplift the person. Kandi, you can't pick.
We now move over to Sanya, her sister, with her permanent BITCH resting face. But I'd probably be pissed too. Like, girl, you done brought me here just to exploit me on this show too for your storyline. And then it's about how you want me out. And then her mom. Sweet, beautiful women. They're all such beautiful women. Sanya can go. She's forgettable. I'm not going to spend much time talking about her. She talks about Ross, the fact that she told the sister and the mom what Ross said. The sister is pissed. But in reality, Sanya, you brought them there. You probably should have said them, no, let me not do that because that's your purse and I'm not going to count the coins in your purse. But like the sister says, saying this works best for you. You have a live-in nanny that is here at your beck and call. So Sanya, oh yeah, because I was telling Ross, and I think that I'm gonna talk to Ross. Sanya, damn, you flip floppy with your own husband. Girl, lean on in so you can hear this heavy conversation. Sanya, you're gonna have to do better. You're gonna have to do better because, girl, how you flip and you just turn on your own damn husband? Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Ross. Why? And again, like I said in one of my other videos, why doesn't your sister's husband work for Ross? Anyway, the sister's like, well, we're leaving. It doesn't even matter. She says, well, I'm going to talk to him about mommy and daddy. And the sister's like, so you're not going to fight for us? Now, girl, wait, which is it? You want to go or you don't want to go? Which one? We're confused. We're in confusion. we're confused. What do you want to do? So she's like, well, girl, you already said you're leaving, so why would I fight for you? And saying, yeah, I agree. And as a viewer and a avid RHOA supporter, why are you here? We now move over to Kenya, and she's doing exactly what someone in their position and on this platform should do, promoting a business. Her next venture is Kenya Moore Hair Salon. It's going to be a high-end upscale salon and boutiques, I believe. She is showing this beautiful piece of property where she will build out the salon. She's showing markups where production shows a markup. She's explaining how this will be this. It's going to be a bar. It's going to be valet parking. It's going to be very upscale. It's going to be very grandeur, which is what Kenya is or what she presents. Girl, I love you, Kenya, but you know, girl, sometimes you just be presenting a little much than you probably are. However, she has a beautiful friend with her, Akila. I think Akila would make a great friend of, but I don't think Akila's going to give us what we want. She would just be something pretty to look at. But we already have beautiful, a variety of beautiful melanin on Real Housewives of Atlanta, which is why we don't need Kim. I'm so sick of y'all. Bring back Kim. Kim ain't going to do nothing. Bring back Nene. Y'all see what they did to Nene? Hell, they erased her off of the introduction. Nene ain't coming back. Please stop that. Bring back Phaedra. What Phaedra going to do? Walk around in these blonde wigs all of a sudden that she's wearing? And Phaedra does look good, though. Who y'all can bring back, though, is Cynthia. You need a calm person that is calm and well, like down the middle, because it's clearly divided. And bring back Portia, like she said on Watch What Happens Live. You know, maybe I need some fun. Portia would be a great addition back because, one, I want to hear her explain this relationship with the Gorbadia dude. Let's talk about how you were a sneaky link, allegedly. How you came up. Definitely. That ain't no alleged. You definitely came up. Anyway, so they're having a conversation, and Kenya starts to explain what happened, the interactions, how Marlo is such a deplorable woman. And Akila's like, yeah, I'm good with those ladies, and I love it. We drag on down the line to Sheree, and we are introduced to Sheree's granddaughter. Is it Mecca? I think it's Mecca, Cairo's child. And the mother of his child, Mecca. I want to be kind. A beautifully ambiguous woman. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. I would have loved to have seen him with a beautiful melanated woman. I know love is love, but he's such a handsome man. And I would have loved to have seen him with someone who looked like his mom. Anyway, I'll leave that alone because love is love, and it's not fair for me to say who someone can and cannot love because as a gay man, I don't want nobody doing me that way. But I would love to have seen him with somebody who looked like his mama. Anyway, so it is interesting. 3 months in, the baby's 3 months. So 9 months plus 3 months. 12, 12 months. And we're just not talking about your child. You introduced us to Martell Hotel Holt as your introductory storyline when you got a whole grandbaby. Cairo has a child, but you wanted to swoop on and give us line-ass Martell Holt, who we haven't seen since. You've had a health scare. You have a grandchild. Girl, you barely touched the surface of how much of a failure, but you're so delusional, you don't even want to talk about it. That's one of the things I'm talking about, not living and practicing what they're publicly going through. They want to keep it private. How the launch of the business was such a failure because you did not prepare. Girl, all you had to say, yo, look, the website for She by Sheree opened. It crashed because I didn't have enough bandwidth. It crashed because we didn't prepare for this. This is what you do better in the future. Like, you can lay these things out and really help yourself and others, but you're not going to give us that. Anyway, so the baby, they want to make a hand imprint because Sheree has all these things she wants to do. She's, practicing to be a Gigi or a Glamour or some absolutely absurd thing because she doesn't want to accept that she's a grandmother. Or, well, she doesn't look like a typical grandmother. Sheree fine as hell. Even as a gay man, I think Sheree fine as hell. Although she has done something here. The baby comes over, she's asleep, they do the handprint. She gets emotional at how well adjusted Cairo has to becoming a father because he didn't have the most appropriate representation through Bob's big goofy looking ass. So she gets emotional and she's really, really happy that he's taken on the duty, which I would hope he would have, to being a great father. So in order for Drew to collect a check, because she has really just given us friend of the show this season, she has a filler episode where, the poor baby is sick and she's just getting home from the doctor and she now has the flu. Mind you, it is a trickling amongst the family, which is normal, like when you were young, well, back when I was young, baby, if you had chickenpox, your mom and daddy put you in the room with your sister, brother, family, friend, because all y'all was going to have chickenpox, a cold, the flu together, because everybody needed to be sick so we can all start healing together instead of it going one by one. Drew is having a conversation about what's needed for the baby. She then has this odd conversation with Ralph. These scenes with Ruth, Drew and Ralph, these scenes with Ruth are odd because Ralph and Drew are now divorced or divorcing. So to see them playing to be this happy family, it's just stupid. Like, girl. And then how you say that, and I believe this because he's demented as well, how y'all are in competition when one gets sick, the next sick. Then if the one has a surgery, the other one needs to have a surgery. What kind of competition are y'all in this marital bliss? Anyway, they're playing basketball. She's asking the coach something. Anyway, child, Drew and Ralph, these things ain't shit. We are now moving over to the king and the queen of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let me piss some of y'all off that do not accept that Kandi is the queen. No, I'm just joking. Longest running. Kandi comes into the room as Todd is looking at some information in reference to one of the movies. She praises and uplifts her man as she's supposed to. Todd's got a lot going on. She's trying to explain to y'all, stop talking about my man. Stop saying my man ain't got nothing going on if it ain't with me. My man got his own thing, and I'm here to support him. We all know Kandi just, yes, baby, whatever you want, very much there. Anyway, she's getting ready to go to Cousin Courtney's event. Why did Courtney y'all were really testing Courtney out to see if she would be a full-time wife. Y'all were, because she got green screen, she's got confessionals, she's hosting an event. Y'all were really testing her out. I'm so glad she didn't work. And we know she didn't work because she didn't make the main picture. She didn't make the main marketing material. Anyway, so Kandi is, talking to Todd about, hey, we're doing this. It's beat the bomb. And I want to make sure I take something that, I don't mind getting dirty, that I will have to discard of. She calls Kenya. Kenya's at a pool party. Todd nor Kandi were able to go, so they sent the children. Baby, when I grow up, I'm sure I'm older than her, but when I grow up, I want to be like them. Oh, I sent the kids over to your pool party. Where are they? To put the camera on them. Hey, Hans, how are you? Yeah, no. Stay over there. Yeah, stay over there. The nanny's got you because mom and daddy. Oh, who am I joking? Daddy and daddy, we're good over here. Yeah. Go play. Love ya. Go, girl. Yeah. But I want to be like that. I don't want to go send them with the nanny. But it is beautiful that the children are able to enjoy one another. Kenya has on this Ariel red wig, or it's a filter or something. Anyway, Kandi's like, are you going? She's like, girl, my name wasn't even on it. Kandi is like, mine neither. But they have this conversation. Of course, Kenya has to share the information. And at this moment, Kandi is livid. And I don't blame her because, Marla, what you're doing is legally divisive and destructive because you have aligned what happened to your nephew totally away from any of her businesses and away from his employment to Kandi and her businesses. And that ain't cool. A person that is intentionally trying to destroy the reputation and the reputation of safety of your businesses is destructive and a disgusting person. And if it were me, Kandi, Burris, Tucker, Todd, Tucker, you need to hit that heifer with a cease and desist. Don't talk about my businesses. As a matter of fact, Bravo, I'm never filming with her again. I'm going to start doing like these white franchises and I'm going to ice this hoe out. And I already know Kenya gonna do it with me. Kenya, we don't film with Marlo. Baby, it's time. It's time for what we were all waiting for based off of the previous clips of what was going to happen this week. The ladies are all walking into the Beat the Bomb building one by one. Of course, they get their slow-mo reactionary shots. And everybody comes in. Courtney is there. Drew is the first one. Marlo comes in. And Marlo is like, hey, Drew. Drew is like, where's the restroom, Marlo? Hey, Drew. What's up? I live. Because don't be fake with that bitch. Don't be fake. Oh my God. Hey. And then in your confessional, you read. No, don't be Marlo. Give this hoe, Lord forgive me, give this heifer what she is giving you. I'm sorry. Give her what she is not giving you. Reality. Girl, I don't F with you. I don't F with you. I like the way Drew responded to Marlo, because why be fake? Girl, I don't F with you. I don't see you. I tried to be cool with you, but you jumped up in my face because I won't do the dirty work that you feel needs to be done. That's my girl. I'm not supposed to do that. We don't talk about stuff like that because we didn't already decide we're not going to do this against our friend. You're not in the loop. So, of course, we're going to bring up things about you that you don't want people to talk about. But with her, over here, my girl Kandi, we're not doing that. So, you be mad all you want. Be jealous because you're not in the loop. I'm over here now. F that. Y'all chose your side. I chose mine. It is what it is. Everybody else comes on in. Baby Kandi comes in and she is on. Hey, everybody. And everybody's like, oh, Candy's energy just because Kandi is first of all, Marlo, because what you're doing is destructive to her character and the reputation of her business. Who's going to be pleasant and jovial when somebody you shooting with is testing and picking and picking? That's what I understand in these Facebook groups. Speaking of Facebook groups, y'all be sure to join my social media. Heavy Hitter Media on TikTok, Heavy Hitter Media on Instagram, and Heavy Hitter Media on Facebook, and the HH Media TV on Twitter. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's talk about it in the comments. What are y'all thinking? How y'all feeling? Let's talk about it in the comments. So anyway, Kandi says, look, I can't fake it. I'm not going to be, look, my spirit is not going to be right. I'm not going to enjoy this until I have this conversation. Marlo, what were you saying about so-and-so? Oh, come on, let's just go over there. Drew, can Drew join us? If I would have been Kandi, I would be like, no. Not that Drew can't join us, but no, you will not pull me to the side because you have run amongst this table and you have told everybody your version of the story. So what we're going to do now is decipher and break down what really happened as far as I am concerned, because you've given all of these people, you have talked to whoever would listen to this bush. So no, I'm going to have the same respect of being able to respond to this story in front of the same people that you have felt it necessary to tell it to. She didn't do that. They go to the side. Marlo starts with, well, what did you hear? Again, Kandi better than me. Because I was like, no, what did you say? Because that's all Marlo needed was, let me hear what she said. She said, because and then I'll get my version and it'll be slightly or completely different than what it was. Marlo starts off with explaining why she feels, how she feels, and why what happened between her and Drew. She says, Kandi, I think that you get away with a lot of things. You know, things when they're said to me are very cutthroat and direct. And this, you did this and you did this. But with you, there tends to be this sugarcoating. It goes back to what I said earlier. Marlo, they don't like you. You're not the inner circle, my love. So when you have things brought up about you, it's usually reactionary. It's because you have done something to cause their reaction. We can't start in the middle. We got to start at the beginning, as Funky Dineva says. You got to start in the front and not the back. Again, Marlo, when people are responding and bringing up things that you've done in the past or what you're currently doing, it is because that is what you're presenting. That is the representative that has caused this consequence. You can't say that's my past. No, because your past is right here on your shoulder. That kicking of the door, that talking crazy to people, that jumping up at Drew. That's that girl that cut that girl. No, she's not your past. My love, she's right here tapping you on the shoulder. Hey girl, remember me? I'm not too far from behind you. I got you. Let's turn up. Let's show you who we are. Girl, stop that bull crap. Anyway, she goes on to say, because of that, I just think it's unfair. Then, Marlo, that's what your issue with Kandi should be. Not this cockamamie bullcrap ass situation that you're exploiting with your nephew's unaliving as being a triggering moment. That's a god, because you didn't say it all promotional season before the show even started. We're just going to be holding Kandi accountable. She's going to earn that check. Who makes you the moral compass of who has to earn their check? Girl, this is her 14th season. She's given and given. Has she been able to skate some other seasons? Of course, because some seasons she carried them. This season when AJ was unalive. The season with Todd and her mama. The season with Todd, Mama Joyce, and his mama. The season with her marriage, her spinoffs. The issues with Riley. The issues with carrying the baby. The issue with Kandi has given a lot. So why does it on your second season, you want her to rewind and give us back what she's already done to make you feel better? Speaking of making you feel better, you are talking about what Kandi should have done to other people. What the hell do you mean? Maybe they should have catered the food.
Hell no.
Girl, what the hell? You don't even work there anymore. He does not work there. He had, as a matter of fact, if everything as she says is accurate, which I'm sure it is on her speak on it, the man only worked for her a couple of months during the pandemic. What do you mean she should have paid? Girl. So does that mean every other? So if he worked at McDonald's, if he worked at the Crab and Go, if he worked at, girl, what y'all got down in Atlanta, at Wawa or whatever stores y'all got, Publix, they are all supposed to chip in and send some chicken? Girl, the hell? Publix, y'all send the flour. Marlo, you are a nut. Did y'all see Marlo's prayer? I'm sure that didn't go no higher than the roof, but I pray they take the speech from you. Oh, that's ugly to pray that on you, but girl, I hope that, because you don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. Hell, bring back Cynthia and Eva. Get rid of her. Get rid of Courtney. Well, Courtney ain't really on there. Get rid of Sanya. Get rid of Sheree, because Sheree, we ain't seen that nigga. Oh, Lord. We haven't seen Martell, your store. Marlo, where's your house? Where's that house? Marlo, where's it? Girl, anyway. Candy's like, you seem to keep trying to align your nephew's unaliving with me and my businesses. Don't do that. That's not cool. Don't do that, because that don't have nothing to do with me. He worked with you. He has pictures with you. Girl, I got a picture with Kandi. I got a picture with Kenya. I got pictures with you, Marlo. As a matter of fact, when you were here in Houston, I got one with Kenya when she was here at the Breakfast Club. I got one with Kandi when I was somewhere in Atlanta. Girl, I don't know y'all. There ain't nothing to say. Girl, can I take a picture with you? Girl, that ain't nothing. That don't mean nothing. And if it's a work, girl, he has his chefs. You didn't even know the man worked there. Hey, Kandi, did you have this guy? Did he work there? I don't know. Let me find out. Yeah, but he didn't anymore. Oh, he died. He got unalive. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Girl, I'm so sick of Marlo and this tweet. And this text message. If Kandi were to leave and not come back, Marlo, what you gonna give us? What you gonna talk about? You're going to now start attacking. You're going to go back to attacking Kenya? Because this cannot be all that you're giving with this amazing opportunity, girl. Ooh, when you going to talk about like eBay? Girl, I'm so sick. Ooh, I'm going off on this rant. Sorry. Anyway, so Kandi and her are getting into it. Their voices are starting to get elevated, right? So they're going back and forth. And Kandi's starting to quiver and shaking the voice. That's how you really know a person, especially Kandi, is really pissed. Because at this point, they all up in each other. And it's so funny later on, Marlo, I wasn't aggressive. Yes, you were. Yes, you are. Let's talk about it in the comments, because aggression can be shown in multiple of ways. I ain't got to be although that's what she was doing this at first. And they were both being aggressive and showing aggression, just to be completely honest. However, Kandi came upset because she already knows what's happening. She knows that Marlo is picking and trying to fuck up her businesses. I don't mind. I put, girl. So Mayetta comes over. Back up, please. Mayetta. Okay, girl. I'm over here. No, I'm over here. Anyway, Sheree, I just think they need to talk this out themselves. Sheree, shut up, because you are part of this problem too with your fake ass. You ain't no damn friend. And if you were a friend, you should have been over there with Marlo. Girl, calm down. Kandi, y'all, calm down. Not later. We're in a restaurant. Girl, they don't, what this old crap is, warehouse girl. Anyway. So they're getting heated and they're up in each other's faces. And now Kenya's like, oh, Kandi, Kandi. Candy's like, let me tell you something. She pop off. Don't hold me. Don't hold me, because that's exactly what happens when you get into a situation. Although I know Marla was not gonna hit Kandi, because in actuality, she said she wanted Drew to touch her, but I'm sure she really wanted Kandi to touch her, because Kandi has a lot more uh, uh, non-restricted money and accessible money, because she said she would have sued Drew had Drew touch her, but had Kandi touch her, we already know where that would have went. She would have definitely tried to sue Kandi, and I don't think you can, because again, Kenya didn't sue Portia. But anyway, so I think the task was to provoke and to antagonize Kandi, and that's what she did. Yeah, what you gonna do? Hey, go on and cry. Marlo is such a child. She's such a child. Bravo, what have you done? What have you done? That is the demise of Nene sitting on an interview. And I'm not a Nene fan. Well, I'm a Nene seasons 1 through 9 fan. Everything after that, she was too big headed, and she was too big of a star. She was a Trump chick, and that was her demise. The show now doesn't have stars beyond the old girls, and meaning Kandi and Kenya. She really said no stars. I'm adding the Kandi and Kenya because they're clearly stars, and of course because she's no longer an inkling, as you can see, they erased her. She feels there's absolutely none. But the reality is that stars don't exist with these nothing tag-alongs to help undergird what these two can do. They can't carry the show by themselves. They just can't. It is a reality. It just won't happen. So back to Kandi and Marlo. They separate. Drew is like, she's being aggressive. She needs to go. Now, again, they're both being aggressive. And to say this, again, because people are like, Marlo had her hands behind her back. Again, aggression didn't have to be physical. There can be verbal aggression. There can be motions that are aggressive, because the little mama Marlo was like this, and Kandi's 5'4". Marlo is 7'3". I'm already feeling a little apprehensive with somebody towering over me. So although I know they asked Kandi, did she feel threatened? Of course she didn't, but she ain't gonna say she was if she did. You know, she ain't gonna do that, girl. Child, please. They separate. Pay attention to who is doing what and who is where. And I hope, Kandi, lean on in. Let's have this conversation. Pay attention to who is where at this moment. You have Drew, Kenya, and Monyetta outside with Kandi. You have Courtney, Sheree, and that girl saying it. Again, she's just unforgettable. She's forgettable. Kandi, Sanya is not your friend. I know she didn't go on vacation with you this time, but this is a clear indication that Sanya is not your friend. She is a flip-flopper, and she kept wanting to blame Drew. Well, what happened? If Drew wouldn't have said, and why they just saying she's the only one aggressive, and I don't understand it. Why had it? Stop. I was angry with Sanya altogether. I wouldn't film with Sheree, Sanya, or Marlo. Let them do all their things by themselves, and y'all go do fabulous stuff. Anyway, Kandi goes through the text messages and she's laying out what has happened. Then she says, for her to be so upset, she then asks me to join her on a business venture. Kandi, it's because all of this is made up. All of this is fake. All of this is because she wants to activate you, because she feels she has to be the person to make you earn your check, which is stupid because she's making, I'm sure, an abysmal amount of money in comparison to you. What you should do, Kandi Bears Tucker, is do like Kenya, because you see, Kenya is just like, girl, whatever. I'm over being the villain. You got it. It's all yours. So what I'm going to do to continue to destroy your morale and your self-esteem and your worth is that I'm going to pay you dust. Every dig, every attempt that you come at me, I'm going to be, now, Marlo, I'm not being not nice to you, and move on. But I understand Kandi. Marlo has been digging and digging, so she got the reaction out of you that unfortunately she wanted. I think she really wanted you to do more so she could really hold you accountable. Because again, like she says, what does that say about your character? That your nephew quit? What kind of shit? What? He quit. got fired. Whatever the case, he doesn't work there anymore. Anyway, y'all, so that's where the show ends. If you happen to look at fucking Aniva, Carlos King, although he really works my nerves, he made some very good points. Look at my video from Carlos King, and he breaks down what the real issue is with Marlo and Kandi. Thank you so much if you made it all this way to the end of the video. Thank you so much. Y'all be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Share the video again. Let's talk about it in the comments. I cannot wait to have these conversations. I really do enjoy. If you pay attention, I do go through my comments here. I'm new, so I have more than enough time to go through. You know, I ain't like I got a bunch of them. But push, like, comment. It lets the algorithm know that you're enjoying these videos. Be sure to watch some others. And I think that's pretty much it, y'all. Thank you again for watching Heavy Hitter Media. And until the next time, peace.